Okay, we tested ejection charges. Launches tomorrow. Getting the motor at the field. So the 1/3 scale IRIS. Here we go. Let's go through the electronics bay and just make sure it's comfortable that everything is ready to go. So take this guy apart. Got that switch mounted inside, screw switch. So let's make sure we keep everything going the right direction. So that's the aft end, that's the forward end. Cannot be too clear. Get my little screwdriver. Let's just go ahead and put a fresh battery in. Had a battery in there when I was kind of checking things out and made sure it powered up and all that, but how old is this? I don't know. The battery's a lot cheaper than the rocket. So let's just put a new one in. I can probably test the voltage on this and it'll probably be just fine, but here's a new one, and this is also the thing that I do. That's what happens when you get old. You can't remember things. You get in the habit of writing stuff down. So today is Saturday, August 8th. 8/8/20. New battery. Just for grins. My flip meter here. Let's see what the good old. Now this is just volts, it's not really amps. So, but at least try and see how healthy that battery is. Brand new 9 volts, probably around 9.6 volts, something like that. Is that what we think? 9.63, it's backwards. 9.63, okay, so that's should be good. What's the one that I just took out? 9.3, so it's down a little bit actually. It's probably still fired off, but so that looks good. Battery in. Just because I want to say I'm paranoid, maybe I'm just very careful. Is that a good thing? Go ahead and it's covering up my date, but that's okay. I'm sure that cannot come and done inside of this little box. I think the box I got from, I hate to misspeak, it's Lab Rat. I'm not sure where I got it from. Missile Works? Don't know. Can't remember. Oh, I do. I think I got it from Binder, just Doghouse. They sell all the little connectors and things. Okay. Battery is in. That seems secure. Let's look over our settings here. Upside down. So what do we have this guy set to? Okay. So my GoPro can even focus in on that. That guy's getting it all wacky. But anyhow. Okay, so there's the battery. I'm gonna go through and do a little tug test on that. I actually have one of these Flight Sketch Mini. I think that's what it's called. And it'll do a Bluetooth to my phone. So when we get out there, I'll try and connect that. So right now, the beep is on low frequency beep, the drogue down, off, or plus 1 second. So that's drogue at apogee. Okay, that's what that means. Drogue is 0, so right at apogee. You can do it at plus 1 a second after if you're using this as a backup, but these things are like super reliable. Main is at, right now I've got it set at 300. I don't want that. Well, 300 plus 200, that's 500. Now let's flip this up to main at, is it 600 or 800? My goodness gracious, my eyes are bad. Okay, when in doubt, look at the instructions. RRC2 plus. Let's see, does that say 800 or does that say 600? It says main 800, so our choices are on the dip switches 800 or 300, and with 300 you can go plus 2, so 500. So you got a 300, 500, and 800, or 1,000 looks like. Let's go main at 500 feet. So down and up. Click down, up. 300 feet, main at 300, 200 feet, yes. Drogue at apogee 0 seconds, 0. Tone low. Okay. There we go. That's what happens when you get old. So kind of got this set up here with a terminal strip, and then this lead goes down. So that's aft, so that's the rear, which is the drogue. So this will be my drogue. So let's terminate the drogue. Little tug there, so the battery seems good. There's no polarity on these guys, so they just kind of go in. It does not matter which way. I'm sure I'm not catching the insulation right to the end of that terminal strip. A little tug on each one. Yep, that's good. Okay. Let's flip this back around. That is aft. That is forward. So see if I left myself enough slack here to get this. Yes, I did. It's all these things that you find out when you build a new rocket. Did I leave enough slack there be able to connect this through the electronics bay. Having a small screwdriver is very handy. So the aft charge is the main. Oh, I'm completely doing this. No, the forward charge is the main. I'm reading that. Forward goes forward. Oh my goodness. Stop and think. Don't try and go too fast. Good tug. Trying to watch those connectors or the strands. Okay, everything is in. Tug, 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 tug. One last little check just because. Okay, so now the other thing we got to do is we've got to connect the battery. Well, not really the battery, the power. So this is what goes to the screw switch. So okay, let's get it in there and let's just do a power up check, make sure things beep and stuff like that to make sure it's okay. Aft end, aft end. Make sure we got room for all the wiring to go. Make sure nothing's getting pinched. That seemed to fit together really good. Washer and wing nuts. This is a riveting video, I'm sure. This will be edited out. We'll do the little fast forward trick. Okay. Or I may not even make a video out of this if it's too boring. I'm sure that's tight, because that is, I mean, that connects your two ends of your rocket together, so that all thread holds it all. So now let's go to our screw switch. Let's listen for signs of life. So no ejection charges are hooked up. One beep. Nine, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 9.6 volts. So there are no charges. Okay, long beeps. Screw it back out, turn it off. Just make sure that that's what it's supposed to do. I'm looking at instructions. I know these things are pretty much foolproof. But just to confirm, no continuity on either end. Batteries, 9-volt connections, drogue main. Okay. Yes, we have drilled the holes. Reading the beeps and blinks. No charges, one long beep. Ride along only, nothing hooked up, so it would just record the altitude. Okay, so when drogue in main, we should get 3 beeps every 5 seconds. So when we go out to the pad, before I hook up the igniter, turn on the altimeter, should be 3 beeps every 5 seconds. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Like that.